Mr. Renton, you're tasked with research into 21st century literature. Go talk to the history keeper. What are you still doing here, boy? Go get me them lumps.
Oh, hello there. I'm guessing you're the one that I'm supposed to tour today. Now, are you ready to learn about the 21st century? First of all, I am the librarian. I keep all my library pretty neat. It looks pretty good, in my opinion. Now, let me just get a few books here. It's nothing special, nothing special. Let me just. Did you hear that? Well, I certainly did. I clicked this button. See, there it is again. It exploded. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Can you help me? Problem when I press this button, some things are exploding. I'm just gonna fix stuff here while you can go on the tour alone. Does that sound fun? Does it sound fun? Of course it does. Now, carry on. Get out. And I will be here trying to fix whatever this button did.
Hello, and welcome to the 21st century section of this tour. I will be your guide. The 21st century gave birth to multiple technological advancements, and with these advancements come newer forms of literature that was used to adapt to the landscape. Go to computer room. The internet, for example, is a product of humanity's progress in digital form. Its convenience allowed a wider range of expression to flourish. The use of ebooks and audiobooks have all been possible with the internet and the technological development that has been made. Wattpad is one of the most prominent sites that gives anyone who has access to the internet a way to publish their works for all to see. These are called ebooks, in which the physical aspect of normal books are gone. The internet, for example, is a product of humanity's progress in digital form. Its convenience allowed a wider range of expression to flourish. Things such as blogging, Twitterature, online comics, and the use of ebooks and audiobooks have all been possible with the internet and the technological development that has been made. The internet has provided a platform for more personal styles of literature. Blogging is the best example for this. Blogging evolved into video blogging, or vlogging, which gave rise to an era of common people making home movies shared worldwide. The integration of other cultures into ours has been apparent as well, with social media leading the reins in international communication. And as such, popular literature, as the name suggests, appeals to a wide variety of people and is influenced by other forms of media outside of the Philippines.
Pink literature is a literary genre that is aimed for the female demographic. Notable themes and subjects that appear regularly in these types of work are coming of age, romance, and drama. Good examples are It's Men's World by Bebang Lee and Rosario by Albert Martinez. Now, this area represents thick literature, and you can kind of guess what it means. The demographic spares no expense when it comes to expressing themes of action, adventure, and power fantasy to a male audience. Juan de la Cruz, directed by Johnny de los Santos, and the Jano Silang books by Edgar Calabia Samar incorporate these themes in a way that makes it entertaining for those who would care to follow them. This is where I'll explain LGBTQ and how it helped shape the 21st century's literature. In celebration of the Stonewall riots, which is considered to be one of the most influential events that led to gay liberation and the 21st century's fight for LGBT rights, the first Philippine Pride March happened at this date. As time passed, people grew to be more open towards sexualities as well as being able to progress into a new era with a culture that will overshadow what humanity once felt about the said topic. This lovely person right here, as the name tag would suggest, is Geraldine P. Roman. She is the first transgender elected to the Congress and has contributed a lot for women and gender equality, as well as once sponsoring the SOGI bill. As you can see, the progressive nature of the present day led people to create works that strive to tell stories and express the emotions and experiences of those who are part of the LGBT community. Literature that tackles sexuality, identity, and how to deal with the different issues brought by the modern day. Rainbow Sunset is a 2018 Filipino family drama LGBT themed film directed by Joel Lamangan, starring Eddie Garcia, Tony Mabesa, and Gloria Romero. The movie is an official entry to the 2018 Metro Manila Film Festival and bagged 11 awards, making it 2018's MMFF Big winner. Mage and Demon Queen is a 2018 fantasy comedy webtoon by Filipino artist Kulu. It follows the story of an adventure mage, Mallory, as she attempts to seduce the demon queen Volverosa in an RPG fantasy world. It is the 11th most popular comic on the webtoon platform, and as of January 2020, it had 86 million views. Ladlad, an anthology of Philippine gay writing, is a compilation of short stories about experiences of gay people in the Philippines, edited by Janil Garcia and Anton Remoto. The first Ladlad book was released on 1994, with its latest one, Ladlad 3, published on 2017. Billy and Emma is a 2018 Filipino drama film, directed by Samantha Lee. It is an LGBT coming-of-age story set in the mid-1990s, and is Lee's sophomore feature film. The film won the 2019 Inside Out Film Festival Audience Award for the Best Narrative Feature.
Feminism is described as a range of movements that aims to achieve equality of the sexes. The ideology is widespread with the rise of Filipino women in other aspects such as literature, politics, and many more. To get to where we are now, let us first dive into the Philippines' history with women. Now, I would like to bring your attention to the Babaylan here in our right. The Babaylan were shamans that were common in pre-colonial Philippines and have existed in the periods that came after that even to this day, although they dwindle in size. They held positions of authority as healers, community doctors, and religious leaders in the pre colonial period, while also working with the datu of a barangay. These shamans were one of the groups who would commonly rebel to colonial rule to preserve tradition and freedom. Speaking of freedom, here we would see the bolo wielding Joan of Arc of the Ilocos, Gabriela Silang. Being Diego Silang's unofficial aide de camp, she had helped him with the cooperation to overthrow the Spanish officials in the area. After her husband's untimely death, Gabriela Silang took on his role as the commander of the rebel troops and pressed forward a siege on Vigan, cementing her legacy forever. The Gabriela Women's Party is one of many that is named after the heroic Filipino military leader. The organization advocates for women's issues and have delved into the realm of politics as well, forming their own party list. Speaking of politics, the Philippines is not shy when it comes to acknowledging women in the field. Corazon Aquino and Gloria Macapagal Arroyo were elected as presidents of their time, and other female political figures have also been in the spotlight, as well as including Grace Poe, Leni Robredo, and the late Miriam Defensor Santiago. Now, if you could kindly see our examples here, we've tackled about the long history of feminism in the Philippines along with the role of women in the country, so let us come back to what we were supposed to talk about in the first place. As these well known women come, the common folk have come to know about feminism and the background that comes with it. And so, these same onlookers go on to create literature that aims to promote women empowerment and the problems of modern day society's view on women, such as the book Babaylan in 2010, The Farm 2019, and Barber's Tales, a film in 2013.
Ethnic literature is defined by literature wherein the characters are conscious of the group they are in, sharing the same religious, racial, linguistic, or cultural heritage. Literature in a specific form usually have influences from the indigenous tribes of the Philippines, and the rich culture they represent that greatly differs from what the common Filipino person experiences. Documentaries like this talks about the daily life of those indigenous people and aims to learn more about them, while the themes of racial, cultural, and or religious conflicts frequently appears in fictional literature that takes inspiration from their in real life counterparts. In contrast to the traditional ways of the ethnic portion of this room has we have this airplane to symbolize the overseas Filipino workers or OFWs in short and their part in the 21st century. OFWs have been around for as long as the early 1900s. I fail to see that they would fade anytime soon due to the circumstances brought out by the country. RFWs exist not just for the greater financial benefit, but also for gaining more experiences in regard to the international interactions in the culture. But even though migrating to a different country gives more benefits to the people than the Philippines had to offer, the problems are always there, and this is what RFW literature talks about. The struggles of life in a different country, the culture you have to keep up with, and the habits you have to change are all part of this form of literature. As we reach the final area of our tour, I would like for you to gaze upon the scenario around us, plagued with blood, guns, nondescript politicians, and ruin. This is the area of social political meaning, and I will gladly tell you what it means. Works of literature that have socio-political themes, like a lot of the things we've discussed in this tour, have been around for quite some time. With a country that has been greatly exposed to injustice and dislike management, it is natural to see literature be littered with issues pertaining to society and politics surrounding the author's life.
Oh, you're back. Well, have you gotten all the books? It's very nice. Now, I would like to thank you for helping me out with that. Did you enjoy the tour, by the way? Nice, 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 very nice. As you can see, if you look around, I fixed everything. No more explodey woadies. Just don't touch the button. Uh, yeah. I, but you know, I need one last favor. Could you help me organize these books into their respective tests? That's not so much to ask. Wait, now don't be all generous here. Give me some of the books there so we can get started. Okay, let's go. hope you enjoyed the tour by yourself, even though I weren't there. I'm sorry that I had to fix. We're welcome to welcome you back here next time when everything's all hunky dory, and I'll be glad to let you tour again with me. Now, see you next time, and hope you have a great day.